Children, hello mums and dads, welcome to Mike's Kitchen. Over the next few weeks we're going to be doing some art crafts and some easy cooking. And today I thought we'd start off with making something very yummy, chocolate chip cookies. These are very easy to make, and the first thing we're going to do to make our cookies is turn the oven on. I'm going to put my oven to 170 fan. If you don't have a fan oven, it's 190. Okay, that's my oven on. Now the first thing we do before we prep any food, you will know this, washing our hands. So I'm going to quickly wash my hands. Towel. Okay. The ingredients you'll need are plain flour, chocolate chips, some salt, vanilla, 1 egg and some baking powder. In this large bowl, I've got 80 grams of sugar. I have 40 grams of light brown sugar and 40 grams of caster sugar. Now, if you don't have light brown sugar, just use 80 grams of caster sugar. So I've got my 80 grams of sugar in this large bowl and 75 grams of very softened butter. The first thing we need to do to make our cookies is cream the sugar and the butter together. And this is what we're going to do now. So just stir it in the bowl, the butter and sugar together, until it all comes together and very creamy. Just a sec, I need another spoon. Okay. Because it's getting stuck to the spoon, you might have to get it off a little bit. Okay. And if you press with the sugar and the butter against the side of the bowl, it should help it cream a bit easier. As you can see, it's creaming together. Nearly there. Okay. When you've creamed your butter and sugar together, you want to add the egg and the vanilla. So it's 1 egg, and just a few drops of vanilla, about a teaspoon. There. Now cream the egg and the vanilla together with the butter, with the cream mixture. Might get mum and dad to help you with this bit. See, it's all coming together. These chocolate chip cookies are very easy to make, and they only take 8 to 10 minutes in the oven. Okay, so now I've got my egg, my vanilla and my sugar and butter all creamed together. It will look a bit strange at the moment, don't worry about that because the flour's going to go in. Make sure I've got all my stuff off my spoon. Don't waste any. Okay. Now we need plain flour. And the amount you'll need, so you have to weigh it on weighing scales like I have here, and you'll want 112 grams of plain flour. A little bit too much in there, so I'm going to take some out. Okay, that's 112 grams. And to the flour, I'm going to add just a pinch of salt and a quarter of a teaspoon of baking powder. Like that. Next, you want a flour sifter. And this helps the flour to get air into the flour, so it makes your biscuits very light. So all you do, any sieve will do as long as it's fine, and just let the flour gradually come through your sifter. It's letting the air in the flour, making it nice and light. When you've done your flour, when you're finished, we're adding the chocolate chips. Yeah, my flour. You can buy these bags in local supermarkets. They're 100 grams. You can buy milk, which I'm using, and you can use dark. So pop that all in. Get your spoon and just stir around so you're getting nice, all the flour is mixed in to make your dough. As you can see, it's all coming together. Okay, so your flour, your biscuits, everything should be, for your biscuits, should be all nicely mixed together. So we have a dough, just like that. Now some people put the dough in the fridge for half an hour or so to firm up. But on this occasion, you don't have to do that, which is nice. All you need is a teaspoon. And take a spoonful, just a spoonful, like that. Now this is going to be a bit messy, so you may want to flour your hands to stop the dough from sticking to your fingers. So just grab a little ball, about a teaspoon, and pop it on your prepared baking trays. I have two, and I prepared them with baking parchment. If you don't have baking parchment at home, if you just lightly butter the trays and a light dusting of plain flour, that will stop your biscuits or your cookies from sticking. You can take just balls with your fingers and just make it the size of a walnut, something like that. Not very big. It's quite a soft dough, so you have to be careful. You might want to get help with this, because it is a bit messy. But you can quickly do it. Look, I've got 5 already. That one will make 6. Now your balls don't have to be perfect, okay? There. And it should give you around 15 altogether. Ideally it would have been nice to have rolled them into balls, but because the texture of your dough at this stage is very, very wet, and that's why it makes it difficult to roll them into balls. But like I say, you don't need to do that. I've almost done it already. Look, here we are. Here. And I think I've just got one more, which will make 13, which is a baker's dozen, is 13. Unlucky for some. Okay, I'll just pop that, make a bit of space there. After that you're going to need to wash your hands again. Just quickly, I'll do a tap. Okay, now we're going to put our chocolate chip cookies into the oven. Now on my oven, as you will have on yours, there's a little light. When that light goes out, your oven is hot enough for your cookies to go in. Now these will only take between 8 and 10 minutes. I will check them after 8 minutes. When you know they're ready, they'll have a slight brown edges, and when you press in the middle very gently, it should be soft. Then you know your cookies are done. Just waiting for my oven. I thought it would have been heated by now. But while I'm doing that, I can clear my stuff away. Ready for washing. As you can see, there's not a lot of kitchen tools to wash. The light on the oven has just gone out, so now I can put my cookies in. If you have a timer at home, put it on for 8 minutes. Because like me, sometimes you can forget you put something in the oven, completely forget them, and they're burnt, and we don't want that. Okay, so we'll be back in 8 minutes. While we're waiting for our cookies, and they're nearly ready, I'll introduce you to my dogs who are also waiting for the cookies. This one's Poppy. She's a little girl. She's nearly 4 years old, and she's a Jack Russell Poodle cross, so she's a Jackapoo. This brown one is Ollie. He's 10 years old now, and he's a Jack Russell Dachshund cross. So it's a sausage dog and a Jackson, and a Jack Russell. Hey. Okay. Now I'm going to check my cookies. They've had around 10 minutes. As you can see, they're brown on the edges and they're soft in the middle, so they're done. That took just 10 minutes. Turn your oven off. Leave the cookies on the baking trays just for a couple of minutes to cool before we lift them off and put them on the cooling racks, which I have here. And they smell gorgeous. You see how easy that was? Anyway, I'm going to come up with another craft for us to do next time. So until then, enjoy your cookies, and they work wonderful with a glass of milk or some vanilla ice cream. Yum yum. Take care. Bye bye.